G'day everybody, it's Michael here from Tech and Tools, and today let's have a look at Windows 11. So we'll have a look at what it can do, the differences, and just try to resolve maybe some of your fears about it. I've had it for a couple of months now, so I've been using it for a while. So I'll give you my thoughts about it, and give you a little bit of run through. So let's get into it. Okay, today I'm just sorry about the video quality a little bit. I'm just shooting off of my Logitech cam here because I'm just lazy today. But anyway, as I said, let's have a look at Windows 11. First thing I'm going to say is it's not Windows 10. It's another generation. It's the next generation. It's Windows 11. So there's going to be some changes that you're going to have to, there's going to be a little bit of adaptation that's going to need to be happening. I don't think that's a bad thing. For me, I see it no different than I use my iPhone all the time. I don't know how to use it like that. Whereas my children, my kids have some cheap Android phones, and I pick them up, and it's a learning experience. It's just a different platform, a different operating system. This isn't between Windows 10 and Windows 11. It's not bad. Okay, it's just a little upgrade. Okay, and there's going to be some teething issues. Excuse me, with it. You're going to have to. There's a bit of a learning curve with it, but that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I'll flick you over to my main screen, and we'll have a look at some of the differences with Windows 11. Oh, here we go. Okay, so here we are on the main screen. Now, before I explain a few things and everything like that, I'd like to say that, Windows 11 is going to be part of our lives soon enough. If you buy a new machine, laptop, desktop, it's probably going to come with Windows 11 from now, from sort of now on. So, but what I'm trying to stress here with this video is don't be too worried about it. If you can check when you go to settings and like Windows Update, it's obviously different with Windows 11 here. But if you go to the old Windows 10 settings and update, there is an area there. God, words are hard today. That is that you can download and do a Windows check to see if you're available for a Windows 11 upgrade, if your hardware supports it. So I think mine was a Ryzen 5 2600, so that was definitely fine. It did originally state my motherboard wasn't compatible, but looking at the manufacturer, it was. Let me just flick back across here for a minute so you can see me. So, because what you need for Windows 11 to run, you need TPM 2.0 and you need Secure Boot. Now, these are functions that are in your motherboard, really. So, if you can upgrade, you can upgrade. If you can't, you can't. It's not the end of the world. If you aren't a massive gamer, YouTuber, streamer, I mean, even then, you don't even need to upgrade. If it's working fine the way it is, Windows 10, leave it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you're like me, somebody's techie and is willing to give it a go, give it a go. So anyway, so I've changed over my main PC here, my main computer gaming PC. I've also switched over my laptop, so I need to keep looking up here, not down here. Particularly my laptop is actually it's got an 8-core 16-thread processor instead of my 6-core 12-thread in here, and it was seamless. I have to say it was very seamless, and it was simple. So yeah, as I said, it's just a learning curve here, and I think everyone's a little bit scared. But as I said, unless you're like a massive Windows power user, there's probably no real need. If all you do is, you rock up to your computer, you open it up, you do emails, some Word documents, a bit of web browsing, stuff like that, you're not going to need to worry. I wouldn't worry too much about it. You're not going to get any extra performance, or anything like that. That being said, Windows are sort of stating that, Windows 11 will be better for gaming. We'll find out. They will, obviously, with anything, they always have upgrades and things like that, and updates and things like that with it. So, yeah. But anyway, getting back to it, I've been using this for a couple of months now, I think. And I didn't want to do this video when I first got it because I wanted at least a decent experience with Windows 11. So yeah, let's flick across and have a look at some of the differences. Now, by the fact of my background or anything like that, it's always the same. It looks fairly the same. The main difference you'll probably see at the moment is down here in your taskbar. Now the taskbar is centered from, like, that's a default setting. You can go into the settings and change this so it's to the left, because a lot of people have muscle memory and will instantly go to the left. Now I have had that issue a bit, but it is a small adjustment, and having everything in the middle here, I actually find it really helpful now. I really do like it. It's, as I said, it's a small adjustment. So you've got your Windows Start tab here, so let's click on that, and you can see it's a little bit different from the word Go. You've got some pinned applications here, apps, whatever you want to call them. Some of the last documents you used. You obviously your ID for your what do you call it, Microsoft account and whatnot. And down here is usually blank, except for your on and off buttons. This is how the power on and off, sleep, shut down, restart, whatever. But up here at top, all apps, just like your old one. Flick through all your apps, not an issue. Now, one thing I will say is you can click and drag from here to the desktop like such, which is fine. But what annoys me is that if you've got ones up here, you can't do the same. So that was a little bit of an annoying thing for me. I found that quite annoying. Let me just get rid of that. So yeah, so some of the what you'll notice is some of the a lot of the, there's a small things like they've got rounded edges. Some of the applications. So let me just open up, say, settings here, and let's minimize that a little bit. Now you see here the rounded edges, a little more appley or something like that. Seriously, that's not a big change. That's not a big change at all. Now it looks a little bit different. I'll open this up full bore. Yeah, it looks a little bit different, but I can tell you what, I have to say, after using this for a while, it's a small change. It's a small little adaptation you need to make, and you need to adapt to things in life. For example, this is Windows Update. It looks a little bit different, but functionally it's the same. You'll have to, as I said, it's not Windows 10, so you're going to have, there is an adjustment period. Gaming, you can, there is gaming modes you can set, gaming modes on and things like that. That's a kind of a cool thing. Have a looking at your Bluetooth devices and stuff like that, and adding devices. I think this is cooler. This is much cooler. And as they roll out more and more updates and fix some issues and stuff like that, it's going to become better and better. I've had no problem connecting things. Everything's been very, very simple. Personalization is a sort of a big one. Just getting out of this for a second, you can still right click. Now as you see, this is a slightly little bit different, but you go down here, show more options. Guess what? looks like Windows 10. Alright, so if you're worried about that, honestly, I don't use it. I clicked it a couple of times. Bar that, you can just go to your personalization and you can just go from there. Alright, background, colors, themes, lock screen. It's small little things you have to adapt to. Same with display settings, you know, this is very easy. So yeah, it's not Windows 10, it is Windows 11. It's, you know, you've got a lot more about it. There's some, you know, stuff about HDR and things like that. But quite honestly, getting back to, let me flick back to me. Sorry about having to see my ugly mug. I'm very laid back today, very relaxed. It's as I said, it's not Windows 10, it's Windows 11. If you're in, you know, if you're techie, give it a go, man. Like, I don't have a problem with it. As I said, you can change things like, just flicking back here, you know, you can change this back to, you know, over here, because, you know, muscle memory will instantly go there. I can tell you, you'll adjust. Alright, you'll adjust to all this. Basically, all your applications are pretty much the same. It's just a different look, really, you know. So, really, what I'm trying to say is, don't be scared. Don't be scared about it. You know, Windows 10 works perfectly fine. If you don't need to change, don't change. As I said, if you're techie, you want to give it a go, it's fine. There is a period where you can actually roll back from Windows 11 to Windows 10 if you want to. So yeah, honestly, in regards to issues with it, the only sort of issue I've had is with, I haven't really had any issues with games or anything like that except one. My son plays Valorant, and it doesn't like it, Windows 11. It tells me that it needs TPM 2.0 and Secure Boot to run, which you have to have that to run Windows 11 anyway. I know there are videos out there of ways around things and, you know, back roads to do things and whatnot, but so that's, you know, you might find that some older games might not work. But then again, he downloaded Witcher 3 the other day. Obviously, the second season just came out. It was very good. That worked fine. So I'm guessing that something like, you know, game makers, app makers and stuff like that, you know, they'll adjust, you know, and tweak some things and, you know, and do some updates and hopefully make all this, you know, better, so that these things, you know, that iron out these little issues, you know, over time. So, but as I said, I wouldn't be too worried about it yet. If you want to upgrade it. If you're going to get a new device, you're probably going to get it with it anyway. And it's basically just a case of adjustment. You know, humans are very good at adjusting to their environment. They're very good at adjusting to lots of things. So, you know, someone like my mother or father, for example, you know, they're in their late 60s. Be careful what I say there. You know, or my mother-in-law and father-in-law who are in their early 70s. Don't change. You don't need to. The way they use it, they don't need to change. It's a waste of time. But, you know, you're a young bloke, young girl, give it a go. Doesn't hurt. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Windows 11. I'm not, as I said, I'm not going to go into too deep. I'm just saying, give it a go, everyone. What have you got to lose? You know, back up all your data first, of course, and things like that, so you can roll back if you want and stuff like that. But bar that, it's not a bad thing in my eyes. Now, everyone's got a subjective opinion. This is my subjective opinion. You don't have to like it. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this sort of little quick, you know, my thoughts and feelings on Windows 11. So yeah, bump the mic, sorry about that. So yeah, if you like my video, please like and subscribe. I am aiming for 1,000 subscribers on I am so close, like 130 or 40 away from it. It's very exciting, and I'd like to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed to my videos. I really appreciate you. It blows my mind sometimes that people want to watch it and they subscribe to me, and that makes me feel really special, and I thank you so much. So anyway, this is Michael from Tech and Tools. Please like and subscribe, and see you later.